Hey guys, today I thought I'd make a video and show you my scores, my finds that I got at the military show I went to this morning. This is a military show they have once a year in my area. They have it every March, and I've been looking forward to this since last March. This is the third year I was able to go to it, and every year I've always gotten nice things. I was really hoping to find a nice World War I, World War II rifle or handgun, but that didn't work out. But here on the table, I've got a lot of really cool things that I did get, and I'm excited to share them with you today. And see, I got somebody sitting here beside me. This is my son Jalen.
Hi.
He's been in a few of my videos. A lot of y'all seen my youngest daughter Kaylee in videos, but he wanted to make a special cameo in this one and sit in on it. But like I said, I'm really excited to show you what I picked up today. A lot of really interesting things, and I think I got some pretty good prices on this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you in closer, and I'll tell you more in detail what we got here. All right, guys. So here's what I picked up today. This is just kind of panned to show you the different things I've got here. I didn't get just a whole lot, but the few things that I did get, I got for what I believe really good prices, and they're really interesting. And I'm going to show them with you. This first one here, as you can see, obviously it's a backpack of some kind. And there was an older man who was selling it. He had to have been in his 80s. He was a really older man. And he had said he did some research, thought it was some kind of an artillery pack or something, but didn't know much about it other than it was old. And I saw it, and I'm thinking that's World War I or maybe even Spanish-American War. I started leaning more towards the Spanish-American War. And I actually looked it up on my phone, and that's what it was, right? And he had this. I actually got this pack, the canteen, which I'll go over those in a minute. I got all of that for $100. He had this labeled for $45, but he said if I bought all these items, then he would, cut me a deal. So he told me to take $10 off each item. So, see, he had this. It says Old Pack Artillery 45. So I got this Spanish-American War pack for $35. And this thing is in great shape. Most of you know the Spanish-American War was in 1898, and this is actually dated 1898. It says inspected 1898 on the inside. I'll show you. That's really awesome. See, it's got D, which I'm guessing is D Company, maybe 8th Infantry, and I'm not sure what 60 is. Some of you who know more about this era than I do could probably give me some information, but this thing is just awesome. The leather's still overall in good shape. Now, something funny is I could tell there was something inside of here, and I bought it, and I actually got in my vehicle and noticed there was some clothes in here. I'm like, maybe somebody used this for hunting or, camping or something. I don't know, but, or maybe they just wanted to put stuff in there to give the kind of look like it's, like it would appear when it was actually filled with the items a soldier would have carried, right? So I got it home, and I flipped it over, and look at all this stuff. This was all packed in there, which is a mess now, but they just had all kind of random stuff just packed in there. This is some kind of a canvas sheet thing with, I don't know. Got another one here. They had all this just crammed down in there. Like I said, I guess just for packing material. I don't know. It's kind of random, but this was really neat here. Well, I shouldn't say neat. It's kind of strange, but evidently the previous owner did not like to wear underwear because there is like 4 or 5 pair of boxers in here. And they've been in here a long time because they're really crusty and stained. I hope that's not doo-doo. It might just be rust or something. I don't know. But see, look, 4 pair of boxers were stuffed in here, And then there's also this nasty old stinking T-shirt stained. And it's probably been in there for several years. But it's just unreal, And something that's actually really cool that worked out my benefit is I'm actually low on underwear myself. I think I'm down to like 2.5 pairs left. And there's only so many times you can flip them inside out and everything. My wife's been telling me to buy more underwear. And so now I could probably just wash these and wear these because they're actually my size. They look kind of big, but I've got a pretty big butt. So, so free underwear, right? Check this out. It says inspector something. This says inspected 1898. So this pack is 120 years old, and overall it's in really great shape. Really great shape. This is awesome. For $35, I don't think I could beat that. This is unreal. I wish I had a soldier's name or something in there, but it doesn't. But still really, really cool. Moving on here, I got this canteen set up here. Same guy I got the pack from. And this is a World War I canteen cover. It's a Calvary canteen, and it's made by the Long Company. It's actually dated 12/17, December 1917. Overall, it's in really great shape for its age, being 101 years old. And it's complete. It's got the leather strap and everything. The canteen that came in it is this one right here. It's actually dated 1945, you see. But, so it's, I wish it was a World War I canteen, which I have about 5 or 6 or 7, so I can probably just add one in here and be more period correct, right? But I got this set up here for $30. He had 40 on it, but he told me to take 10 off. He would take 10 off, so I got this for $30, which I think was a good deal. The same man had this. Like I said, I got all 3 items. The pack, the canteen, Calvary canteen cover, and I got this. I got another enamel canteen. I've already got one. This one is overall in really great shape. It's got a few little chips on the bottom. See, it's dated 1942. And I thought that was really awesome. And I finally got me a Marine canteen cover with the dog ears. I've got, I think, like 40-something canteens and probably 30-something covers, but I've never had one of these dog ear ones. I'm really excited to have gotten this. Overall, it's in pretty good shape. And like I said, this canteen was in here, and originally he wanted 45 for this. I got it for 35. So basically 35 for the pack with the free underwear, 30 for the Calvary canteen cover with the World War II canteen, and 35 for the Marine World War II dog-eared cover with the enamel canteen. So $100 for this right here, which is awesome. Good deal for sure. Moving on here, I got this right here. This is really, really cool. This is a belt machine gun ammo. It's World War II dated. Let me show you. See, it's dated 1943. If you can see that, DEN, so is produced in Denver. See that? 1943. And they're all live rounds. They've never been fired. And there's about 20 rounds here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 rounds. And I paid $20 for this. Like I said, they're live World War II ammo. I think that was a good deal. And there's actually a story with this. The man that who was selling it, he was probably in his 70s. He was a retired school teacher. He taught 5th grade, he said. And he said he retired 15 years ago. And about 12 to 15 years before he retired, one day, I think it was around like 1990, 91, 92, somewhere in the very early 90s, one of his students came to school with this belt of machine gun ammo here. And obviously, he told the student, you can't bring that to class, you can't bring that to school. And so they went to the principal's office, and they had to call the student's parents and let them know, he had brought these to school, and that's a no-no, basically. And the principal was going to hold these in his office until the parents came and basically claimed them, wherever the kid got them from, who knows. But the teacher said 3 years later, the teacher himself was back in the principal's office for something, and the principal pulled these out and said, they never came back for them, they're yours now. They sat in the principal's office or desk or file cabinet, wherever, for 3 years, and they were unclaimed. And so he gave them back to the teacher, and I bought them today for $20. 1943 machine gun ammo, probably for the Browning or the Thompson, so that is awesome. I think I did good on that. And lastly, I got this right here. This is a World War II front seam fixed bell with the original chin strap, McCord helmet. Unfortunately, I cannot find a heat stamp in here. I'm going to look, I'm sure I'll find it with a magnifying glass and a flashlight, but it does have a laundry number. It's got C, and it's a 1956, which has been painted over. It's originally in white, but you can still see the C-1956. There's also some kind of a stamp in there. I can't quite make it out, but I gave $40 for this. No liner, unfortunately, but still $40 for a fixed bell in great shape is a good deal. And the man I got it from, his uncle gave it to him. Now, this man, if I had to guess, he was probably 60-ish. And he said when he was 12 years old, his uncle gave him this helmet. So that would have been, I think he said, like probably around the late 60s or early 1970s. Probably early 1970s, his uncle gave him this helmet. And this was actually the helmet that his uncle wore. He was in the military. He was in Korea and Vietnam. And unfortunately, it didn't have a liner. And he said when he was given it, it was given to him like 40-something years ago, it didn't have a liner. But overall, it's a really great helmet. Like I said, hopefully I can uncover the heat stamp. But, you know, this would probably date from late 41 to late 43 because, you know, they switched around October 43 to the swivel bell. So I'm sure I'll uncover the heat stamp and I can maybe cover it on a later date. But his uncle is actually still alive. His uncle is 90 years old. He was born in 1927. He'll be 91 this year, so that's really cool. He's still living and everything. And his name was Malcolm E. Platt. Unfortunately, this man that sold it to me didn't know what infantry or whatever division he served with, but his name's Malcolm E. Platt, P-L-A-T-T. So I'm going to do some research and try to find him in Korea or Vietnam and find out, you know, a little bit more about him other than what his nephew told me today. But $40 for that ain't a bad deal at all. And so I'm going to wrap this video up, but like I said, really good finds here. I was hoping for a gun. I came home with all this, which is really good also. Maybe I'll get a gun soon. It's been 8 months. I'm hoping to add another rifle or something to my collection. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.